Okay, in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and bring a quick video to you guys and kind of walk you through my thought process and how to do your research when you're trying to purchase a vehicle. So as you can see on the screen here, I'm going to go ahead and be looking at the screen. I know my camera's here, but I'm going to go ahead and look at the screen. What I'm doing is I'm looking for the best mid-size sedans to buy in 2020. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out a Toyota Camry, a Honda Accord, and a Nissan Altima. So this is with my research. So these are going to be the three cars that I'm going to go ahead and pick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fill out the form, which is on my second screen. So I'll be filling out the form. I'll walk you guys through after I put in the information, so that way you guys can see what we're looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and just type in the stuff here. Perfect. Next thing, once you figure out what cars you're going to buy, I want you to go to TrueCar.com. Again, it's TrueCar.com. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of walk you through what it is that we're doing. So we're going to go ahead and be looking for new vehicles. The first vehicle that we chose was a Toyota Camry. So we're going to pick on Toyota and then click on the Camry, put your zip code in. What we're going to do is we're going to configure your preference. We want to see what others have paid for their Camry that best matches their selection. So we're going to click on next. And then what you're going to do here is you're just going to pick out what you want. So that way you can kind of see where the MSRP is for the vehicle. Right now, as it stands, Toyota Camry is at $25,420. We're going to go ahead and pick out what we want. So this is a front wheel drive. And I'm going to say I want a 6-cylinder. Okay. I like mine's a little bit sporty, so I'm going to go ahead and pick the XSC V6, and I'll click on next. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick out the one that I have, which is this one here, just to kind of give you an idea. My interior is black. Okay. And then our package is loaded. Okay, so the average market price is $36,917. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in our system. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the next vehicle. Second one is going to be a Honda Accord. So we'll pick Honda Accord. Make sure you keep your same zip code. Everything is going to be the same thing. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick out the top of the line of each one of these models. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 2.0 inline 4 with automatic transmission. Okay, I'm going to pick the Touring, and I'm going to go ahead and pick a red one. And we'll do interiors. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this price in. And then we're going to pick our final car. We're going to go ahead for that 2020 Nissan Altima. That turbocharged. And like I said, I'm picking the top of the line of each one of these. I'm going to go super black and light gray. Okay, so now that we've gotten our our vehicle pricing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kick off of this. I'm going to go to the spreadsheets. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'll put the pricing up in here so at least we can see what's going on. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to start looking at doing some more research. So what we want to do, first let's go back and look at the pricing. So when I put in the pricing for each of the vehicles, you can see the purchase price here. What I've done is, after buying a lot of cars, I've asked some of the salespeople how do they calculate the taxes and fees and things like that. They say it's about 11%. So when we put in the purchase price here, it automatically increases the cost by 11%. So we can go ahead and figure out what that's going to be as far as total price. Then we're calculating a 10% down payment. So this is where the $4,097.79 comes in. And this right here is our loan amount that gives us this. Now, these figures right here, the monthly payments, are based on 72 months. You can see here in the bracket, in the parentheses, 72 months is 6 years. So we went ahead and just to make things a little bit easier, we're just using this as a guideline to kind of guide us where we're going to with our pricing. So we have 4.9%, 8.99%, and 13.99%. So these are going to be the differences in cost based on that interest rate. So our goal is to have the lowest interest rate, so we want to make sure our credit is right before we go purchase a vehicle. This is just kind of giving you a rough idea of where you're going to stand. So let's go ahead and start looking into gas. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to Google some information so I can go ahead and get some things. So I'm going to say that the person lives in San Leandro. So I'm just going to make up an address in San Leandro. Let's call it I'm going to take the address from San Leandro Hospital, and then we're going to I'm going to say, just to kind of make this interesting, Facebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend that I have a 21-mile commute. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in round trip mileage to work. So this is showing me 21.7 miles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put 42.2 miles for a round trip to work. Okay. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and say that it's 5 days a week. Okay. Okay. Next thing, what I want to do is next thing I need to do is I need to find out how much gas costs. So I'm just going to go ahead and Google gas at Costco. Let's see what it's showing. So gasbuddy.com is showing $2.85. $2.85 a gallon. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to research how much, what's the tank size of a Toyota Camry. So we're looking at a Toyota Camry tank size. Tank size says 16 gallons. Miles per gallon on this is 29. Now, when I put that 29 in, it says miles per tank is 464. That automatically calculates. So right now we have all the information we need for our Toyota Camry. Now we're going to search for our Honda Accord, same information. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just Googling the information on my other screen. So this shows a 14.8 gallon tank. I want to know miles per gallon. This shows 30. Round trip to work, we're using the same, it was 42.2. And we're going to do the same exact thing with the last vehicle. That's a Nissan Altima. Nissan Altima is getting 28 miles a gallon. $16.2 gallons. Miles per tank. Perfect. So as you can see, we're just doing some reverse engineering. We want to see exactly how much this vehicle is going to cost us. So far as we can see from the gas amounts, we're right in that $86 to $93 range. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to see how much our insurance is going to cost. So let me go ahead and pull up the other screen. Okay, so I have Geico up. What I want to do is I want to get an insurance quote. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this and put in my zip code. Let's go ahead and get an insurance quote. So what we're looking for is an auto. A little bit different from the last time I looked at here. I'm going to go ahead and just put in some random information. We're just picking the information that we've chosen. We picked that Camry XSE. So it's going to be a finance vehicle. Commute. We've already done our homework to see how much it is. It's 21.1 mile. 21 miles each way. What we're going to do is we're going to do some math. 21 times 2 times 5 times 50. We're going to say 10,500 miles. I'm just going to pick single. You'll pick what you are. Okay, you currently have insurance. We're going to pick yes. And what are your current bodily injury limits? We're going to pick 100, 300. That's kind of standard. And then you just put how old you were. In this case, I'm going to put 18. Have you been licensed in a foreign country? No. Education level, I'm just going to put, associate degree. I'm going to put does not apply for any type of government or military. And then we're going to put that you are a private company, organization, or self-employed. No, we're going to put and then you'll just put, I'm going to put customer service. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this, and we're going to go ahead and type in that amount, 144.66. Now we're going to do the same exact thing for the other two vehicles. Because it takes a little bit of time, I'm going to go ahead and spare you guys the time. I'm just going to press pause. I'll do that information right now on my own. So give me 1 second. Okay, so now as you can see, I got the other two companies, the other two vehicles set up with the insurance. So next thing we're going to come down to is maintenance. And the way we figured out the maintenance is how many times are we going to need to get an oil change. Now on these newer vehicles, they do use synthetic oil. Synthetic oil lasts for 10,000 miles, so you usually don't have to get an oil change for 10,000 miles. Based on that information, and the average of a oil change that I'm able to get is about $79.99. So I don't even include the tax, but let's say $80 for easy math. And that's every 10,000 miles. Based on our mileage to work, we're looking at 10,500 miles per year. So we're going to need just over 1 month's worth of, just over one oil change per year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and calculate that. So we're going to go ahead and take this amount times $80. And that's going to give us our, and this, we're doing monthly. So this is about how much we're going to have to save up to have that. Okay. So this is our oil change. Tire rotations, we need to do that every 5,000 miles. It's about $30 to do a tire rotation. So that's about 2.1 times per year that we're going to have to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to break that down into monthly. So we already have this already calculated here based on this number. So based on this information and a car wash, so nobody likes to drive around in a dirty vehicle. So I'm just going to say we're going to car wash every other month. Every other week. Every other month be real dirty. But every other week we're going to go ahead and get a car wash. We're gonna say that car wash is 20 bucks. So 52 weeks, that's 26 car washes at $20 per. Or I put 19.95. So 19.95 times 26 divided by 12 gets you this figure right here, $43.23. So as you can see, based on a Toyota Camry, a Honda Accord, and Nissan Altima, and these figures down here is the totals. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break down based on the full amount. Give me 1 second. Let me just put that math in. Okay, so I went ahead and updated everything. So we got everything set into this spreadsheet. So what this is basically how I go into finding out how much of a car I can afford based on what your credit is. Now, these numbers can be higher, they can be lower. You know, it's all dependent upon your credit. You can change pricing by what your down payment is. This is just using a simple 10% down payment method, which is really simple. Usually you're able to get away with this no matter what type of credit you have. Usually dealerships will let you get away with a 10% down. I like to at least put 20, 30, 35% down. I pay my cars off very, very, very aggressively. So I'm paying anywhere between 2, 3, 4, 5 payments per month because I want to pay my cars off within 2 to 3 years. So I have to get aggressive when I'm doing this. So this is just basically this is what this is putting together. I put this together to help people. I know it's going to take a few minutes to get out there and do what you want to do as far as getting the car you want, but you have to look at the overall picture. This is how repossessions happen. This is how dealerships put people onto vehicles they can't afford. So whether they're trying to get a truck, a car, a motorcycle, whatever the case you're trying to get, you want to be able to know that you can afford it, right? Because what's the use of putting a down payment that's really big, putting that big down payment down, making your monthly payments, doing it for 2, 3 years, and then you just can't afford it no more. Life happens. You end up putting all that money, wasting all that money. Now you lose your vehicle. You lost all the money that you put into that car. Your credit takes a nosedive. Now you're not able to get another car. So there's a lot of things that happen. So when you're trying to go get a vehicle, trying to go get you a new car, I stress to you guys, it's very important. I don't want to see you in a situation that I once was in, where I had to lose my vehicles. I had a few repossessions. Let me see how many repossessions. I had like 3 or 4 repossessions. So I don't want you guys in that space. I want you guys in a better place. But it all starts with putting in the homework, putting in the effort. You know, there's no use of trying to buy a car that you can't afford. If that's the case, you know, save some money, buy a cheaper car, buy a used car, buy something that's $10,000, $12,000, $15,000. Try to pay that in cash if you can. If you can't, put a big enough down payment, get your credit right, and that's where we are right now. So this is how you use this spreadsheet. I hope this helps you as far as trying to calculate and see what type of vehicle you can afford. You know, like I say, this is only giving you three different interest rates: 4.99, 8.99, and 13.99. By looking at the pricing, you'll see what your monthly payment is. When we look at this Toyota Camry with a 13.99% interest rate, after you calculate the gas and the maintenance and the insurance, you're over $1,000 per month. For paying for a $36,000 car, you're going to be spending double that amount. Okay, so we don't want you doing that, you know, because that's over 72,000 just on the monthly payment. Plus you put another 4,000 down. So as you can see, your credit plays a crucial part. Make sure you guys get what you deserve. Make sure you get what you need. Now, for staying and watching this complete video, For purchasing this spreadsheet, what I want to do for you guys is I want to, if you're not already a client, this is only for people who aren't a client. So if you're already a client, you've already gotten what I'm about to offer. But if you're not a client, this is what we're going to be offering you guys for the next 5 days from the date of purchase. Is you can send me an email at fred@approvedmyscore.com. fred@approvedmyscore.com. Send me an email. In the title line, I want you to put free credit analysis. And what I'll do personally is I'll go ahead and create a credit analysis for you. Now, you will need to have credit monitoring for this. Credit monitoring is $25.95 per month, but we have a 7-day trial for $1. So you pay the $1, shoot me the access. We'll need your login information, so your username and password. Once we get that information, we'll go ahead and process a credit analysis for you and send that over to you. It's a report that we put together. It's about anywhere between 8 and 12 pages, sometimes more. It just depends on what's on your report. And then once we have all that information, we'll go ahead and send you the information, send you that report, so that way you'll know exactly where you stand. If you do need credit repair, if you need recommendations, we'll send you some information regarding that as well. So again, thank you for purchasing what it takes to purchase a vehicle. I hope this finds you well. I hope this helps you putting your numbers together. That being said, thank you. You guys have a good day.